What's up, guys? Just chilling, coming back. You know how it is. That's what's up. Just been doing other things, trying to get back into my games and music and stuff like that, and trying to take a break from all the quadcopter stuff. But I tell you, it's like addicting. It's fun, fun, fun. I love it. I love it. Just there are new ones that come out, and it's like, ooh, I want that one, I want this one, and new features, and it's just cool hobby, man. Cool hobby. But anyway, just thought we'd go ahead and give you guys a day flight of the Fayee FY530. Cool. I haven't flown this one. You'll see the first part of this video. I was doing a flight for you guys indoors, and I lost my propeller, one of these white propellers, and I was adamant on finding it because it wasn't like outside. I figured, okay, I lost it downstairs, inside, it's got to be somewhere. I looked and looked all over the place, and I could not find it. And come to find out, my buddy's over my house. He's flying I think it's a Cheerson CX-10, and he notices a hole in my ceiling, and he's like, hey, look at this. He's all, I think that's your blade. And sure enough, the blade must have spun and made a hole. And I have like that soft, I don't know what it is, like, would it be insulation? I'm not even sure what's downstairs. And the blade must have spun hard enough and made a hole and actually launched in the ceiling. White blade into like white ceiling. I would have never thought. I looked all over the place, and I even thought that. I thought, well, what if the blade didn't go like in the ceiling or something? But it just white on white. It was hard to find, and like I said, my friend just happened to fly the Cheerson, and it hit the ceiling, and he's like, that looks like a blade. So, pretty much there you go. And I have the spare blades, but I just didn't bother to change it. I was so keen on finding this blade because these ones are a little more expensive. They're not just like $1 a set or $1.25. They're like $7 a set. So nevertheless, finally found it. It's good, wasn't damaged or anything, good shape. So let's go ahead and do this. This is the day flight of the Fayee FY530, and this is the transmitter. It's kind of a medium small nano transmitter. It's not the smallest, but it's not the biggest. You have it looks like your left and right, probably that would be your left and right directional trim there. I think this is your probably your forward and backward trim. This is your rightward and leftward trim. And what's weird is there's this one right here, but I don't see anything in regards to this in the manual or know what that is for. I would, it would be cool if maybe like up would be headless and down would be one key return, although it could be something. It just doesn't mention that in the manual. Pretty much mentions, your trim right there, your trim right there, your trim right there, and then of course your left shoulder button is your rates, and I think there's 3. I think it's 40, 60, and 100%. And your right trim button is your flips, and you know how to do that. Just click the button and move the directional stick in whichever way you want to flip. Up to flip upward, down to flip downward, leftward, right flip. But with that said, let's go ahead and get started. So shall we? This is a day flight of the Fayee, and I'll start off through I'll do all the rates, but I kind of just want to skip through beginner rate a little bit fast because it's kind of slow, so more exciting things to see in the other rates. So let's go ahead and let's binder. Okay, and then to switch the rates is a beep. 1, 2, 3. So we're in first rate now. So there's first rate. The pitch is really slow in first rate. Might need a little bit of a trim adjusted on this, but I don't know if you could see. It's really, it takes time to speed up, but yeah, it's really slow pitch in the first rate. I mean, I might even need to put some trim on this, but I pretty much just left it stock. So there's first rate, 40% pitch. It's not incredibly fast. And one thing with this one too, it's not the most responsive on the pitch. It seems like there's a little lag, a little bit of delay, like if you're driving towards something, you might have to think ahead. It seems like, you know, it's not fully quick on its response, like there's some latency. So that's 40% rate. There's 40% rate yaw. So it's not a terrible yaw considering how, you know, I guess you could say how slow the pitch is on 40%. So yeah, there's your 40% or your first rate yaw right there. Okay, so let's go ahead and do a flip. Let's see how the flips are. Okay, so it looks like the flips are tight, so that's good. Cool. Let's go ahead and just kick it into second gear, or 60%. So now here's 60%, so it looks like the pitch is definitely a little quicker, you know. 60% pitch there. Nice, you know, kind of. Whoa. Oh gee, didn't mean for that to happen. Had a had a little bit of a fumble there, and it looks like one of the blades popped out. We'll go ahead and make sure they're all in tight. Okay. All right. Wow. All right. Well, there we go. Okay. So now we're in 60% rate. So if you could see, the pitch is definitely faster on 60% rate. You know, boom. There we go. And one thing with this thing, like I said, there's a little bit of delay from when you actually, you know, hit the throttle. I guess you could say hit the direction that you want to, and that it actually goes. It's a little bit of latency with the pitch, so you know you have to think a little bit ahead before you're moving with this one. But 60% zooms a little faster than the 40%, you know. Okay, let's go ahead and see what this 60% yaw rate looks like. So let's give a bit of that. There's the 60%. I might even need some backward trim because it's going so much forward. Let me add a little bit. Okay, so there's 60% yaw rate, if you could see that. It's a little faster, seems like, you know. A little faster than let's see if we can get some 60% rate funnels. Okay, so let's go ahead and try a flip in this mode. Okay, there we go. Flips seem the same. Kind of want to get more of this yaw so you can see. Okay, that's pull. Let's go the other way. Oh wow, look. That's weird. What's really weird is the yaw was turning really good to the left side, and I wasn't getting any yaw on the other side. Huh. That's strange. And that's even at intermediate rate. So let's try that again. Look. Okay, wow, look at how slow the yaw is to the other side. Oh no, it caught up again. Maybe it just started off slow. So that was yaw to the right. Okay. Maybe it just takes a second to spin. Yeah. Wow, it's crazy. It seems like it takes a second to kick in with the yaw on the right side, as if I yaw to the left, it seems like it's a little faster. Okay, so we're still in 60% rate. So, you know, let's go ahead and let's try some funnels, see if we could do them. Okay, that was kind of sloppy. So now let's go ahead and kick into 100%. So 3 beeps. So now we're in 100%. So now you can see the pitch, you know, what it's like at its fullest. So there we go. It's okay. I like it, you know. I mean, there is a little bit of latency and delay, but once it actually kicks into pitch, then it's fairly, you know, then it's fairly fast. So I kind of don't mind that. Okay, so let's go ahead and see the yaw. So the yaw on 100% rate is a lot faster. Look at that yaw. So that's 100% rate yaw. That's cool. Now let's go to the other side. Okay. So it looks like the other side 100% rate is slower. My yaw to the right side definitely seems slower than my yaw to the left. Let's go ahead and see if we could do some funnels with this one. Well, that's another kind of, I guess you could say, you know. Maybe, let's see, maybe throw it out there a little bit more. I guess those are I can't tell if I'm even doing any. Okay, trying anyway. But now we're at 100%, so we're just yawing out, having fun. And I do see, it looks like there's some blinking lights, you know. So I think that means probably LVC. Let's just go ahead and ride it out if we can. We probably ain't gonna get, you know, as fast yaw as we normally would. I guess there's our kind of funnels. So we're just on LVC now. Let's go ahead and try one of them bank turns, see if I could do it. Kind of. Oh, didn't want to blast out there. Well, we're on LVC, so, you know, I'm just kind of flying her out now. So there's 100% rate, you know, it's nice. A little bit faster. Definitely got some zoom. Oh, well, we dipped out there. Should be about hitting pretty much full LVC now. I don't know if I could even do a flip, you know, with this. Let's go ahead and see. I doubt it. Well, we're up there. No, oh, it did. Wow, even on LVC, it still did a flip. Okay, so now we're just driving, you know. Alright, tried to spin out and we're dropping, so I think we're definitely getting low here. Definitely getting low. Oh, well, that's about it. That is LVC. I'm getting no input. And there you guys have it. That's pretty much the you know, just a fun day flight of the Fayee FY530. This is actually only the second time I've flown it. The first time I flew it, like I mentioned, I lost a blade, and me, I'm kind of one of them types, you know. I don't like to get extra stuff unless I really need it, and you know, I didn't want to resort to using the extra blade unless I had to, and I looked for, geez, probably for a good month and a half, 2 months, and my buddy happened to come through, so that's cool. And yeah, you know, pretty much after I lost that blade, I hadn't touched this one for, like I said, since then, so this is really only the second flight with it. Well, there you have it. Fun day flight with the Fayee FY530. Alright guys, be cool. Fun.